Welcome to WJTS in.form. In this edition of WJTS in.form, we're going to talk about WIC, Women, Infant, and Children. And joining me in the studio is the director for WIC in Du Bois County, and that is Stacey Fischer. Stacey, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about what WIC is, and maybe talk about what WIC isn't. It might be another way to do things. What is WIC?
Okay, well, WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children. It's a food supplementation program for income-eligible prenatals, infants, and children up to the age of 5. And it's all over the nation, in every county, and it's a federally funded program for that specific growing population whose nutrition needs are higher.
Okay, and how is it different than food stamps?
It's quite a bit different. You don't get maybe as much benefit, food dollar benefit, but the foods that you get on WIC are very specific. You can't buy whatever you want that's edible. You have to get what's on the check. So some of the foods are milk, cheese, beans, peanut butter, eggs, low sugar cereal, fresh or frozen fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and then for the babies there's baby food and baby cereal, and then if they're formula feeding, then we do provide supplemental formula.
So I guess really then this is trying to get people educated on how to eat better.
Right.
Why is that important?
Well, and food stamps, you asked about the difference. There's no education component behind that. Okay. It's a whole different program, different guidelines, different parameters. But with WIC, you are required to sit with myself, I'm a registered dietitian, or the registered nurse, for your certification and just kind of see what your concerns are, if there's anything you're struggling with nutrition-wise, or even other referrals or things you're concerned about. And we're kind of an advocate for the families that are on WIC. You know, the doctor's offices, of course, do a great job, but sometimes we may pull out information that they haven't told anyone else, or we can help them kind of sort through some of the struggles that they're going through.
Who would qualify for WIC? Well, you got to be a woman, an infant, or a child, right?
Yes, prenatal, during prenatal state, okay. And then as a postpartum, they requalify infants, and then children up to age 5.
Okay.
Or anyone in the care of those, like a father could certify on a 3-year-old child. Okay. But it's the child that gets the benefit. The food is supposed to go to the child.
Is there eligibility, like a certain dollar amount you're allowed to make each year?
Yeah, if you happen to get Medicaid or food stamps, that just means that you've already met those income guidelines, so you're automatically eligible for our program.
Okay. But and you can get both, food stamps and WIC?
Yes, okay. You can. If you don't get those, there's still quite a few people that are income eligible. We base it on the past 30 days of household income. So for instance, we have a school here, a college, and there's a lot of people that are going back to school and trying to better their careers in the future, but they may not be able to work many hours, or their income was cut in half. They may qualify temporarily. A lot of factories have layoffs or are closed down for a week, sometimes over the holidays. Because it's based on that past 30 days, and it qualifies you for 6 months or so, it's kind of that temporary help in a time that you might need it the most.
So is it possible you would be on WIC for 2 weeks, or is it possible to be, or once you're on WIC, you're on it forever?
No, like a child would get recertified every 6 months. We re-look at the income to make sure that they're still eligible. And an infant is for the first year. So if you qualify, a lot of moms are on maternity leave where they don't get paid. They're using up a lot of their savings account to meet bills and stuff like that, so they might qualify during that time.
And these WIC certificates? WIC
checks.
Checks, okay. These are used to buy healthy food.
Yes.
So I can't go to buy sugary cereal?
No.
Or soda pop?
No.
Okay. It's the whole idea really, because they're not getting that much, it seems, it's really more to teach you how to eat right.
Well, depending on your status, it would be probably between $50 and maybe $80 worth of food a month. Okay. If a baby's formula fed, formula is very expensive, so that goes up to $150 to $200 a month, depending on the formula that they're on. But it's the healthy food, which you get the real cheese, not the Kraft singles or whatever. So it's all based on nutrition, because the nutrition needs are higher for certain vitamins like iron and vitamin A and calcium in those growth spurts.
And you mentioned these checks are good for this kind of cheese,
Mm-hmm.
not
It's pretty
whatever you
specific.
feel like buying.
Yes.
Okay. If somebody is interested in WIC or thinks that they might qualify, what do they do?
Well, you are always welcome to call us at the WIC program. We're located in the Du Bois County Health Department. Our phone number is 812-481-7060. You can walk in if you have the information that you need, and we have appointments. We will take walk-ins. We like to do it by appointment if we can. But if you aren't sure, you have no idea what our income guidelines are, you can go just Google or web search WIC income guidelines, and it should take you to a website that you can click and put your income in for the past 30 days, and it'll give you an idea if you qualify.
Okay, so it's really a hand up, not a
Yes,
hand out.
Exactly.
Okay. What are some problems you see with nutrition?
Well, you know, every mom that walks in our door is there because they want to do the best they can for their kids. So it's maybe that the baby's on a bottle or the child's on a bottle long term, and they don't realize how it could affect their teeth. Drinking even milk from a bottle past a year can do detrimental harm to the teeth because that nipple lays on the back of them and causes that baby bottle tooth decay is what it's called. So it's really just information. Or if a mom's desire is to breastfeed, sometimes there can be complications, and both myself and the nurse are certified breastfeeding consultants, so we can help with any problem that they might have. And we have breast pumps too that we give as part of the program if a mom's going back to work or school and is in need of a breast pump to help her continue with breastfeeding.
And you mentioned education as a component of this. Do you go to classes, or is it just
We offer classes. Some people don't like the group setting, so we don't force it. It can be individualized. There's even websites that we can go to and figure out what their needs and concerns are. We try to tailor it to the participant.
Okay, I know we've had Jan Dugan in here. She keeps
Yeah.
trying to get me to eat more vegetables, you know, things like that. And I guess really that's one of the ideas behind WIC is to get people to eat the right kind of foods. How long has WIC been around?
In 1974 it started, so 39 years.
And going strong, doing well?
Yeah.
And you're federally funded, but you run out of the Du Bois County Health Department?
We're federally funded. USDA trickles down money to the Indiana State Department of Health, and then they fund the sponsoring agency. So the health department or the county doesn't pay our salaries and stuff. They just give us a place to work out of.
Okay, so you're there but separate.
They really integrate us well. We can make referrals over to vaccines and the public health nursing program and different things that they have there. It's a great place to be because there's a lot of collaboration between the departments.
Do you get a lot of referrals? And if you do, are they from doctors?
The doctors refer, the Medicaid or food stamp office will refer, the hospital. When you have a baby, they always talk about the WIC program to see if they might be eligible. A lot of different places. We even have stuff hanging in some of the grocery stores, bulletin boards. Friends refer, families refer. And that's where we probably get our most. You know, I really had a good experience at WIC. You might see if you're eligible, and word of mouth goes a long way.
Are people sometimes too proud?
I really hope not, because our clientele is wonderful. We have such a variety. We have different languages that are spoken in our clientele. We have different economic situations. We have different education levels. But like I said, I really feel that the people that do come are trying their very best for their kids. And heck, I have 3 kids. I know how expensive food is. I mean, that's what I spend my money on. So any help for that healthy food, I think, is very important.
And they really should just give you a call and find out. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, if they're prenatal or have a child under 5, then start there and then look into eligibility. They have to be a resident of Indiana and have ID.
Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Like I said, if you're interested in looking at that website or calling us or stopping in, we would appreciate any business that we get, and call with any questions.
Let's do what we can to keep kids healthy.
Yes.
All right, Stacey, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much, Bill.
Stacey is the director of the WIC program in Du Bois County. Stacey Fischer has been our guest on In.form. This is WJTS. We are local people watching local people.